this is my advocacy speech. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. What makes us up from the inside dictates our outward disposition. And often, even for the toughest and strongest people on the planet, the inside battles are the hardest and often the most lost. And that's why medical care, both mental and physical, for our veterans must be top class. Our veterans have given everything to protect our freedom since the United States was founded. And when they return home from service, it's a necessity to provide them with the type of care required. Our veteran care system in the United States is failing miserably at every turn, and it's time we, as a nation, step up to care for our veterans the same way they had stepped up for us. Today in the United States, there are approximately 19 million veterans, or 10% of our population. Of those 19 million people, 40,056 veterans are homeless today. 260,000 are unemployed. 1.7 million receive active care in the VA system for mental health. And veterans are 200% more likely to have a chronic disease. 55% have a disability. 968,000 people live in poverty. And these statistics are just barely the tip of the iceberg. Since 2004, the VA has seen a 31% increase in mental health cases, and 20% of all veterans claim to have mental health problems. So, on average, 22 veterans a day commit suicide, or, in a different perspective, 1 every 65 minutes. But these suicidal thoughts are also just part of the problem. 28 veterans claim to have depression, 13 post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, 19% suffer from alcohol abuse, and 20% from drug abuse. These numbers and statistics show just how horrible our system is and our care for our veterans. We need to rise to the occasion and correct this problem. But while these health issues are a primary concern, they are not the only one. Since September 11th, 2001, veterans have found transitioning into civilian life more increasingly difficult. The extreme change of pace is extraordinarily difficult for even the toughest soldier. The American Addiction Center says the most important things for a veteran that is transitioning to civilian care is a circle of other veterans, a routine that stimulates a military environment, self-care, and just a memory that they can wear their service with pride in the United States. Veterans are so often told to just fit back into the society that they came from that they forget what they went through and in turn hide their problems, especially the problems they need the most help with. Another problem that veterans face is the lack of employment. 30% of veterans aged 18 through 24 are unemployed. Soldiers are often trained for a very specific job in the military, and when they return home to civilian life, their specialty is no longer available. This leads to unemployed and homeless vets. We need to set up a system for veterans following their careers in the military through education and job connections. Unemployment, homelessness, mental health, and physical injuries, and the lack of education encompass 5 major issues that veterans face after their deployment. To remedy the problem we've caused over the years, we need to increase funding to VA systems which care for our veterans' health, mental and physical, disability, and veteran unemployment claims. Veterans also need more support transitioning out of their military life. Possibly a program where older veterans who've already made this transition can help younger veterans just starting theirs. This would lead to a community of vets and a stimulated military environment if they continue to work together. This will also boost their pride in what their accomplishments have been on deployment. Until these programs can be created or certain programs can be redone, veteran charities such as Wounded Warrior Project, Troops Homes for Our Troops, and Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, or TAPS, can be a strong boost to the lives of soldiers. Our veterans deserve our very best in every way that we can afford monetarily, physically, and spiritually. We as a country, as a whole, need to step up to the plate and step up for those who stepped up for us.